myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders, now we ain't out here moving rock.
Welcome to the Zen Zone. Zen Lee here on the best EUC ever made, the Leaper Kim Lynx. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. We got an exciting video for you today. We're going to talk about my top 5 favorite racing EUCs right now, the 5 EUCs that I feel are the most competitive. And hit that thumbs up button if you like this kind of video, this impromptu. This is not scripted. These wheels are not in any particular order, and I'm interested to know what you guys think are the 5 best racing wheels. This is Valencia. This is like the Science Center, beautiful area. Went down those stairs before. And Adrian, in the intro of this video, I don't know if you guys know Adrian, but he broke his leg in 2 places. It was a compound fracture. He did this 2 months ago. 2 months ago, he had a compound fracture. I was actually holding his leg stable while the ambulance showed up. And man, it was the worst injury I've seen on EUC. His leg was like, there was nothing rigid about it. It was like jello. Worst injury I've seen in EUC history. And man, 2 months later, he's riding like a boss again. He is going to be coming to the race on the 23rd, should be coming to the race on the 23rd. The first championship ever, the first race and the first championship ever. Should be pretty exciting, man. Racing video, I just saw a racing video go viral here. Liana's racing clip on Instagram went viral, 1.2 million views. So I feel like the racing scene here in Spain has immense potential, especially with this championship coming up, first championship in the world. So I want to take this opportunity to talk about my 5 favorite racing EUCs. But to do that, we're going to go to the F1 racing circuit here. We're going to put on our full leathers. We're going to do some more practice laps, get some videos, and talk about our 5 favorite racing EUCs. All right, we have the full leathers on. I feel a little bit Power Rangery in these full leathers, but they was looking pretty cool in the video, in the intro, right? It was looking pretty cool. So we're gonna make some more videos, talk about the 5 racing EUCs. Guys, I got to mention now I'm blacklisted by three of the 4 EUC companies. Pagode is the most recent /King song. I don't know if you guys saw my video about the S16. Where Oneride received, of the 20 units they received of the S16 a few days ago, 10 of them were dead on arrival and need to be jump started. And I posted that on Facebook. The idea was not really to call out King Song, which I do feel like they needed a little bit. Like, they've had plenty of times. The S19 had this issue where they arrived dead on arrival. Customers are getting dead wheels. And it's been some time since the S19, and the S16 still had the same problem. So man, if you don't call people out sometimes, they're just going to keep walking all over you. These companies will just keep walking all over you. Oh, the retailers, the dealers will have to deal with it. Oh, we don't have to do anything. And that's what seems to be happening. And it takes a lot of manpower to deal with this issue. It takes a lot of money. And yeah, so I feel like I rightly called out King Song on this one. But Goad is not happy because I posted that video of the Sherman beating the Commander Pro and the GT. And showing how the Commander Pro dipped, whereas the Sherman was not dipping at these higher torques. So yeah, I mean, one thing that, you know, I don't really like about China is they don't have freedom of speech, so they're not used to criticism, and they're all about saving face. So if you criticize, and my criticisms are meant to be constructive, they're not just me saying mean things to be mean. They're meant to be constructive and in hopes of an improved wheel. And also, a lot of my criticisms aren't necessarily about the wheel for everyone. It's how it doesn't necessarily work for me. We all have different needs. The Lynx, man, is the best wheel for me, and the weight, the power, it's just the perfect wheel for me. So with the ET Max, I've never really said anything bad about the ET Max. I said it corners like a cow, and that's not necessarily true, because I've seen Dawn riding it recently up in the mountains, and she was looking really good on it. I still don't think it'll handle the hairpin turns as well as the Lynx because of the suspension style and weight, but the Lynx is my number 5. These are not in any particular order, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, let me know what your wheels, your top 5 racing wheels are on asphalt, by the way. We're just doing asphalt. The ET Max is my number 5, even though, you know, these are not in order, okay? It hasn't been tested yet. It has not won any podiums yet, but I think it has a lot of potential with that top speed, especially on circuits like this F1 track we're on right now. I feel like the ET Max has a lot of potential on the top speed circuits. It's going to be competing with maybe, man, what's another good top speed wheel? Probably the EX30. The EX30 and the ET Max will be the top speed wheels. And the EX30 is, I guess we'll go ahead and say, my number 4, because it has podiums. It's been tested. It's lower to the ground. It has a lot of top speed as well. It's just a really great wheel for racing, minus the suspension. This is my criticism with Begode type of wheels, is their style of suspension. While it's not bad, guys, it's not bad. I don't think it's the most optimal. Let's get into number 3. Okay, so the first two, the ET Max with its new higher voltage, and the EX30 at number 4 with its proven podium wins most recently. In Spain now, there are some ET Maxes being shipped here. I heard someone got one ET Max for free because they're basically like, I want to prove to Zen that that it's a good wheel here for racing in Spain. So someone got an ET Max, thanks to me, you know. Someone here in Spain got an ET Max, allegedly, because they want to race it here in Spain and they want to prove that it's the best racing wheel. So we'll see. That I'm pretty excited that we're going to get to see the ET Max and the Lynx go head to head here in Spain. It's going to be really exciting. We're not going to get to see the EX30, I don't think, although I do feel that is one of my top 5 racing wheels. And also, number 3 on the list, it's kind of a toss-up for me right now between the new Commander Pro, because I haven't seen it. The Commander Pro last year did get 3 podiums. One of them was mine, one of them was Psycho's, and one of them was... so the Commander Pro with 3 podiums last year, amazing wheel. I think the 50S is a better version of it and could be an amazing race wheel this year. I'm putting it in at my number 3. I love the suspension style of the Commander Pro more than the EX30. If it has the same power, if this new Commander Pro has the same power as the EX30, because I think it has the C40 motor and the 50S cells, if it's able to do the same top speed as the EX30 and is about the same weight, with that superior suspension, I think it will be the better racing wheel and will be able to come out with more podiums, more so than the ET Max and more so than the EX30. I guess these are kind of going in early. Now, an honorable mention, because we got smoked by a 100 volt Sherman S when we were riding the Commander Pro and the Commander GT. Our excuses was racing mode. We were using racing mode for the first time. I don't feel like it was optimized yet, and our power, our wheels were dipping, whereas the Sherman S wasn't. So the Sherman S, man, it's hard I'm not putting it on my list. It's one of my honorable mentions because I think in 2024 it's just going to be outclassed by some of these other updated wheels. If there was like an updated Sherman S, which I guess is basically the Lynx, is a smaller battery but more voltage, more powerful wheel than the Sherman S. All right, coming in at number 2. Ooh, is it? These leathers, a little bit harder to crouch with them. I don't feel as flexible. Maybe because I have my jeans under it too. But all right, coming in at number 2 is the Master. The Master probably has the most EUC podiums and EUC history as of right now. In 2024, with the updates in the version 4, I think it's still going to be one of the top wheels in the racing circuit, even for off-roading. Even though we're focusing on asphalt here, I still think it will be one of the top racing wheels. I'm putting it at number 2. Man, this list did go in order, you know, so I didn't actually intend for that originally. ET Max is just not tested yet, but I think it has a lot of potential. Number 4, the EX30 has a lot of podiums, but the Commander Pro, I'm putting it ahead of both of those because with the 50S, the new Commander Pro, because it has the superior suspension, and if it's still able to hit those high top speeds, I really like it at number 3. Number 2, the Master just has so many podiums. It's hard to bet against the Master, especially with all the new updates in the version 4. I really love it. And then at number 1, you know what it is. All right, and you know what is number 1. This is the best wheel ever made, in my opinion. Look at how beautiful it is. Not only is it the best performing wheel for its weight, but it also is just a freaking amazing looking wheel. I'm so proud to own this wheel, man. It feels amazing. There's so much. This wheel is going to be around for a while, I think, man. Is it the perfect wheel? It is the closest thing we have to a perfect wheel for me, all right? for me. For my body weight, it is perfect. If you weigh a bit more, you may want to go with like the ET Max. I think you'll be able to get more torque out of it than a lighter person such as myself. But for my weight at 150 pounds, maybe 160 with these leathers on, it feels perfect. I'm able to hit these turns so smooth and so nice. It can't quite get the bigger tire on it that I would like, that the ET Max is able to have, but man, this Lynx is just so torquey, so fluid with the suspension that it has to be my number one. And not only is it my number one in asphalt, it probably will be my number one in off-road. It's so versatile. I love this wheel. Carrying it up the stairs is difficult. That's one reason I'm not too hyped on the ET Max, is because here in Spain, sometimes I have to carry it upstairs. You can't always push it up the stairs. And yeah, carrying it up the stairs is much easier than it would be the ET Max. All right, these are my top 5 picks in order. I honestly did not script this or anything. I feel like I could defend that order of picks. What are your top 5 asphalt racing wheels for this year? Honorable mention is the Sherman S and the V13 from Emotion. The V14, maybe with the right tire on the right circuits, could be good on asphalt, but we will see. It's going to be an exciting year for racing. I have 7 professional level races coming up this year in America. I don't know what you guys really got going on. I haven't seen any ABS popping up. I heard the S-Gate people are not really wanting to push the EUC races too much anymore. So we'll see what happens, but maybe AMP's gonna happen. We'll see what's gonna happen in the US this year, man. Hopefully the US gets some amazing races, and I hope they do more than 3 laps this year, because 3 laps is nothing. It's really nothing. They really need to push. My finals here in Spain will be 10 laps with 14 people. 14 people could make it to the finals, and it will be 10 laps. So it's going to be really exciting. We're going to see the Lynx go head to head with the ET Max, hopefully, and some other great wheels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your picks are. Hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below. And until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.